Don't allow the fear of being seen to keep you back from living the life that you always knew you could live. And when I say that with so much sincerity and so much love, because I'm speaking to myself. There's been so many things that I've wanted to say, so many conversations that I've had with beautiful people, beautiful human beings with beautiful minds that I've wanted to share and that I've wanted to just teach. There's so much information that I've been learning on this journey that has been freeing me, liberating my mind, liberating my heart, helping me see life in a more expanded way. And I haven't been sharing it. And the only reason why that is because I've been afraid. Afraid of being perceived, afraid of what people would think of me, how people would think of me, just afraid. And fear does nothing but keep you from becoming the truest expression of who you are. I was on an interview recently with a beautiful human being named Marissa Price, and her YouTube channel has been giving me so much life. Shout out to Marissa if you're watching this. I was connected with her through actually a mutual subscriber. They reached out to her and told her that we should connect and have an interview, and we did. It ended up being one of the most profound, most grounded conversations I've had in the interviewing space in a while. But what she said, what she asked me at least, really resonated because we were talking about, like acting instead of fear, well, in the face of fear. And I told her about this technique that I've been using since I was in high school about negotiating with my fear. And towards the end of the interview, she asked me to elaborate on what I meant. And so I gave the example of when I was in high school. You guys know, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I come from a background that doesn't necessarily, we didn't necessarily have the best of the best. We had a lot of love in my household, but materially or materialistically, so to speak, we didn't have a lot. There were 10 of us. My parents raised all of us on government assistance, on WIC. We had free and reduced lunch, like the whole shebang bang. I never felt like as a child that we had the resources that we needed to truly thrive as a family, but we had love, and that really saved us from a lot of the pain that we could have experienced in that type of living situation. But I told her, going through high school, it had always been my dream to go to college. I wanted to become a doctor. I wanted to use my training and my skills to serve my community. It's something I knew since watching my father suffer from a chronic disease, that this was the field that I was going to go into, because I wanted to gain a better understanding of life and of how the way we live, how we experience community, how we experience health. I wanted to know how that worked across the population. And I told her about when I was in high school, we come from a low income family. So I was classified as first generation low income, and I needed a way to pay for school. And even though I had, a guidance counselor telling me I couldn't do it, I had, different things stacked against me in that time frame. I knew that there was a way, because I had seen this other student apply for scholarships when I was a freshman and she was a senior, and she had gotten a scholarship called the Bill Gates Scholarship. So I went to her as a freshman and I asked her, how did you get the scholarship? She told me that I needed to work on my grades. She told me that I needed to have a certain amount of community hours. She told me that I needed to write 9 essays when it came time. She told me which teacher, which educators to go to, who could help me, all of this. And I took note of what she was saying, because I knew that watching her do it let me know that there was a chance for me too. And there was no one that could convince me that I wasn't worthy enough of having a scholarship to go to school. And so fast forward, a couple of years, I'm a senior now, and I'm applying for, all these scholarships. The Bill Gates was, my number one scholarship, but it's a very competitive scholarship, and I knew that. And my guidance counselor let me know that, she was like, even if you do get into your dream school, you'll have no way to pay for it because of your family situation. And I don't think she was trying to be mean or anything like that. I mean, she was right. My family, my mom had no way to pay for my education. And so anyways, I was applying for all these scholarships because I knew this is what I wanted. I knew that this scholarship was my chance to achieve my goal of going to school. And so I had this, these voices come up in my head, slightly related to what was said to me about, you know, my chances of getting into, you know, the school I wanted to go to, but also because of my own fears. Like, I had doubts during that time that my dreams of going to school wouldn't come true. And we talked about negotiating with fear, right? And so I was telling her, you know, how the internal conversation was happening. And I told her that, you know, once I started applying, I had these, you know, fear was coming up and telling me that I wouldn't get the scholarship. So I was just negotiating with it. And I just said, okay, well, let's just look at, you know, what the recommendations are. Like, let's just see what I have to do if I, you know, did apply for it. So I went to Google and I, you know, started looking at the scholarship application. I looked at all the, you know, the essays and what was required from me. And then a lot of the questions for the essays were things that I was already thinking about. And so I just, you know, started negotiating with feedback, and I was like, well, let's just see, you know, let's just start writing. And so bit by bit, I started negotiating with the voice in my head that was telling me it was impossible. And over time, what I saw is that that voice got smaller and smaller and smaller. And so I say that and I tell that story about negotiating with fear because I've used that technique my entire life. Like, up and from that point, you know, starting off in low income housing and everything that was stacked against me and my family, starting off in that situation and still going through school. And not only did I get my education paid for, I never paid a dime towards my tuition, and I ended up getting over $670,000 in scholarships. I don't say that to brag. I say that to let you know what the possibility is if you just take action. And that's been something that's been coming up because I've been so afraid of recording YouTube videos, especially like no-take YouTube videos, because to be honest, guys, I hate editing. I hate editing because my perfectionism starts to get in the way, and then I think about like, oh, I could have said this better, I could have said that better, or I stuttered there. Like, so many things that come up, and it it bothers me so much when I'm editing. So I would just rather just record the video, put it out there, teach and speak from my heart, and then share that with you guys. And so, like I said, like, the fear of being perceived, the fear of being seen is what holds us back from truly becoming who we are, because we have a voice and our voice matters, and we have a story. And each of us, no matter what walk of life we come from, each of us has a story. Packed within each of our lives is a key. It's some type of wisdom, some type of insight that you could share that could help someone through a very dark time. Even the story I just shared about how I have been negotiating with fear my whole life, because my sister, my older sister, I love her so much. She's been really that rock for me, honestly, since I was a kid. But one day she said to me, she was just like, I love how fearless you are, and you always just, you know, no matter what it is, you just do it. And I told her, like, I have fear, but I don't listen to it. Like, I negotiate with it. I let myself know that if I don't try, then the answer is no. Like, I knew for a fact that if I did not apply for scholarships as a high school senior, I would not get a single one. And so I was less afraid of being rejected. I was less afraid of applying and you know, not getting a scholarship. And even though I applied for so many, I did get rejected a lot. I got rejected. I've faced more rejection during my academic journey than I have successes, but it's just the successes have been so grand, and they've been from a place of like knowing that this is exactly what I wanted. So I feel like that is what kind of helped me not get so attached to the failure. And I don't even see failure in a way that maybe society does. I see failure as redirection. And the book, what is it called? Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz, I believe, or Waltz is his last name. Truly phenomenal book. You can listen to it for free on YouTube. You can also buy the book from Amazon. But he talks about how the missile actually, like when it zags and zigzags like this, it's actually course correcting. And I really feel like that's what our life does. Like, every time we are moving, but in order to course correct, we have to be moving forward. And for me, I'm more afraid of staying stagnant. I'm more afraid of staying in a situation that doesn't serve me, that doesn't uplift and highlight and magnify the person that I really am. I'm more afraid of staying in a situation that doesn't honor who I am and the path that I've chosen to go on to better myself and to better my community. Like, that's what I'm afraid of. I'm more afraid of staying there than taking a chance on my life. And so, yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. It's a very short video, but I just wanted to share that with you and let you know that you're not alone, and it's normal to feel the fear. But most people stay there, but you don't have to. You have a choice. Whatever technique, whether you choose the negotiating with fear technique that I just shared with you, or you have a different way that you cope with, you know, those internal voices that try to convince you that you're not enough, they're lying to you. And you are enough. It's just you have to see that for yourself. No one can convince you that you're enough. Nothing that you achieve will ever convince you that you're enough. You have to know it. And that process of knowing it is a process that is internal. It's a process that you have to go down by yourself. It's okay to watch YouTube videos and to get the advice that you need, to get the motivation, but motivation is temporary. You have to be intrinsically motivated. You have to have that internal awareness to know that your journey is all of you. It's every bit of you, the good, the bad, and the ugly. You don't have to deny any part of yourself. Fear is only there to let you know that you're walking down a path that is unknown. And that's okay. Okay? So yeah, I'm gonna go. I have to I'm in the front of the bank. I don't know if I should be recording, but yeah, I'm gonna go because there's a lot happening. I know that the last time we spoke, I think I was telling you guys about the student well-being project, and that's evolving into something that I can't wait to share. But it's a student app that I've been working on that I really can't wait to share and to, you know, get some more backing behind. But it's something that's still in the works. So there's a lot happening, but I'm gonna hop on more consistently, hopefully, because I'm still working over that fear. I'm still negotiating with my own fear of being seen and being heard, because that's something that I never got the chance to do growing up. But it's something that I've always wanted to do, was to help people through my voice, through my story, through my message. And that's one of hope and inspiration and reminding you of who you really are, because that's where your power lies. It's within you. No one has that but you. Okay, I'll see ya in the next video. Bye.